their breakthrough. In at number 3, plays for Vidarbha, previously with Karnataka. Of course, having, safe to say, one of the workers' luck here today.
A really mixed bag, isn't it? Angle they've run. It's the first runs.
Not running there. Alright, on to strike. Obviously playing Scotland actually back in 2016.
And that will be runs. Ace of Singdale. So 5.
Yeah, beautiful control. Nackington Road end. And we've got the force. This one pass.
White. Slip. And just let. Already.
You're asking me that question? You could never see me in a rat.
Well taken by completely unmoved.
Wasn't the most convincing in the back.
Nair since he came.
Sometimes the flow.
Out by Nair. Up at 84 miles. Faster.
Quite. The swing opens the face. Go.
Nair at the other end.
And that will angle. Trying to tempt. You let it go. Oops. And down on the boundary. Base for Karun now. As Hull. The slip cordon. Taking it across from the right. Going through to the boundary.
That extra bit of bounce of Josh Hull. He's just managed as if it was all complete. Back from the pavilion end. But
and that and then that's going to race the bat. A move on to 83.
A textbook, isn't it? Quickly balanced. High through to James Ruby. The last over.
No one could get their hair arm over the wicket. Back towards a bit uppishly, but for 2. And gully in play here. Yeah, you knew that.
Lost the sun.
And unfortunately,
on bounce for Crossingdale.
Super stylish there from Karun.
Great. 100 for 2. To 33 from 6.
Can't.
For all that effort. It's one of those if he just picks out the field.
Playing a drive. It looked into his 10. Make sure that ball gets. He'll probably tell.
Breaks the shackles on a very tight score again. Andre. Watch your life. Timed. Just starting. Happily comfortable.
But just dropped there. It's a backward point.
As if he felt for a wonder, does a bit of oh, I'll just do a bit of gardening.
More confidence, do you? Nice looking shot for
Mark at the moment. They were also got a lot of coaching and advice like that as a mentor.
Road end. Boundary it does. Position. And that will be.
Chew that up all day long. He hit on this. Turns it away.
Amy wants 120 stroll around the ground here.
From Jack. Straight this time further out. 48. Nair. It's going to go. Just sat up was there. And he's a break.
Claps from the depth. Still got a lot of work. Brings up his heart.
It deserves. Oh, in the head. The England-India. Comes around, cuts it off. He's starting to look
odd for that test, looking at him and say, come on. A lot of people and fans.
Especially Karun. He's still playing.
He's retired from 2 compared to what fans and for
stopped.
How this young
extra cover. So 9 now for just 20 Khan 35. That run rate still up.
When he comes down. Myself, Nikki Chowdhury, and versus India A.
Tradition. Flash at this one. Continues flying here.
Karun through. He had full control.
Chelsea Dryswell.
Okay. The over so far.
Left pad on for
routine and the superstition.
There's a few cries. End of the.
Looks extremely key.
Rather than just going for a meeting. And no one wants to play crazy.
Just finds mid on. Little bit. So he looks and safe, but walking around as well.
Friday.
Pushing around the ground. Towards. And he's on the, right on the back of the head in the dressing. Just getting some. That's definitely absolutely brilliant. There. So very quick footwork there. Morning session. Jack, Eddie, Josh Hull.
It's turned into after we.
Oh. It shouldn't be 43. We did just mention T, and since to mid off, one for
a lovely noise off the bat.
it passed. Sure, Georgie there. Straight back the ball. Now India A230 square leg.
He put a foot wrong. Break at the other end on. Well, that's the first nervous night
Between that they finally on. Next batter out.
On strikers to start. 3 now. India A change in 20s and being tempted
Really well, both of them. Just probably say about breaks. Many say when you come back.
strike for the first time.
The Perth test and with Misfield. We'll move on to 2.
Passing that shot. 8 to his name.
The man in the deep.
Forcing Jarrell.
Now we'll be covering Ahmed in again. Down towards deep. One chance when he was dropped. And they'll rotate and 40 entry again. In 7 years, the India squad to take on England, and he would have been at the board today, and he's
Pavilion end. Just be in the squad, it should be at the other end. Now he's reached his.
Has that gone through? Well, that's gone.
Easy like, isn't it? Harming through the covers.
That's lovely.
Balanced time from 163.
Well, he's happy with that.
7 overs to just try and push the foot on the.
So close to. That's going to conclude. Expensive Eddie Jack. 258 on 8. Looks like it from. And it is going to be a change. Oh, that's trapped him on.
So much
For his versus India A.
Here comes Ahmed. Goes, and that's going to be 4.
Very nicely by Karun. Much in his spell so for 7th.
Back boundaries.
That is a hit me piece. Head on that.
Full hold of that. Boundary.
Again, now they come straight out the middle.
Easting away. Just not.
That one. Too many of them, Ryan. You're listening to. And easily taken by 279 for. End of the 60. Sarah Taylor that started. It was Sarah Taylor that started.
That 4 off the very first ball at Nair, and he's not going to make.
Straight.
Time. Just see Dan Mousley go bowling. Wicket. He was eyeing up his 1 hands.
That's going to run. Karun Nair. Very
Out there shows just how. No reward. Really pound away tomorrow. Ahmed in again. 150. He's on 1.
Grounds for Karun Nair. And that round of very. It's going. Yeah, nice. Again.
Jarrell moves into.
He whips his row, and that's going to rip 77 over. As he concludes his first 78 overs.
Jarrell 43 to 43, but I always think.
Dale by actually, it is a leg by. In bat as well, he's been in.
Even if you didn't have to die. Oh, beautiful.
It's line, didn't it, up the slope.
God. Scoring runs, and then of course you. Really good start of the season.
They've changed their shirt numbers, haven't they, from 4 on its back. So they've.
Will not let them. Oh, if it taken him by. It was quite nice to.
Singdale. So I think it's Mosley actually. It is Mosley point, and you have to. Oh, that's a bigger pit and going down the legs. Apart from.
Yeah, just going straight down the legs.
Freeman was a. Singdale comes in, and that's.
Really have been eyeing
You've got
up
your eye on one, haven't you?
because I've heard it's a pretty long wait list.
Singdale. In one of those coach trips.
Quite far away from me. I've got flicks of them.
Well, that's Drew Jarrell. He's on 80 knocks. Well,
the legs to go all the way, and it does. Yes, that means him and India a 400 now.
The slope and
The over of Eddie. Of 2 ways and 27 for 4. They probably would have maybe gone off to Zamanaktra being one of them, and Jack, it will just be the one. Just come in.
Professional players, and it's great.
Right, ready. Qualifier side, so there's an 80.
It's the most languid
Third.
forward defence.
It's like I'm looking up at this ahead because he's requested them the Nackington Road end. Feet were really being.
And there is fantastic innings. 270 teammates of the crowd here at Kansas Business here.
Absolutely.